Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today's project is part of the July 2019 block hub for Altenew as they are releasing an entire new product which is decals that you can use to decorate your house. You can use it on projects and they're amazing. Especially if you're a fan of Altenew florals, then this is up your alley. Like honestly, beautiful. So I got four of the decals. I had the Amore, small and medium. I have the Water Bliss decal, which is the big large one, and I also have the crafting department one. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I created. I did not add them to my wall. Instead, I chose to create projects with them. So I'm gonna use, first of all, I really like the sentence of blessed. This is from the watercolor bliss, which is the large watercolor floral that you're gonna see me expand. And you know what was tricky about filming this is that they're so big that it's hard to put them on the table to film, especially when I'm using the DSLR. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to create a few pieces to decorate. You're going to see, I think you saw already, a little piece of my bedroom. So what I'm doing, first of all, is I purchased this frame a while ago, and it's just like a shadow box just made out of glass. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the glass really well. So first I use vinegar, and then the second time I use alcohol because I want to make sure that I get rid of all like traces of grease that I will have on the glass. Now what I'm going to do, and this is the beauty of it, is it's just these are vinyls. So you can cut the pieces off the entire decal. As long as you're careful and you don't cut through the flower, then you're good to go. And then once you have them out, you're gonna make sure that it comes with a little plastic piece, especially in, like, for example, the watercolor bliss. You want to make sure to like kind of scrape, not scrape it, but kind of push it so that the decal gets stuck to the well, it's gonna sound funny, but actually attaches to the sticky part, so you're able to transfer easier. So for what I'm gonna create, I want to create pretty much little frames of flowers that I can put them on my night. It's not a nightstand. It's like my dresser, and I have pictures of my kids, lots of pictures of my kids that I've taken throughout the years, and they actually sit right on my dresser. And so I want to add these pieces there. And one of the reasons that I asked for this particular decals is I think you saw, is that the pictures that I have on the dresser, my kids are wearing purples and blues, and I thought these colors were gonna be perfect to match the decorations. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just pretty much stick the vinyl to the glass. So you're gonna see that they're easy to peel, they're easy to glue, they're easy to reposition, which is what I'm gonna show you. And all I'm gonna do is pretty much build, I'm gonna say, a little cluster corner. And you're gonna see that I'm using the little palette that I'm using is actually from my silhouette, and it's actually super easy to lift up the edges of the flowers. The palette just helps make sure that I don't destroy them along the way, because I tend to destroy things. I cannot be careful sometimes. So the palette is just gonna help me kind of build up the cluster. You're gonna see that you're gonna see my head. First of all, I apologize for that, but like I said, working with this, it requires more space than probably my DSLR can catch. So you're gonna see my head once in a while. So all I'm doing is lifting some of the flowers just to kind of glue the images underneath. I just want to create some movement, and like I said, the fact that they're easy to reposition makes it really easy to layer the pieces. Now I'm gonna use the word blessed, but I don't want to glue it all at once. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna cut the B out, and I'm gonna start playing with the blessed part. So once I know where I'm gonna go ahead and kind of put it in place, and then I'm just gonna slowly just lift up the places, like I said, not the places but the flowers that are behind it. Like I said, I'm creating a cluster, and I want to make it look like the letters are like kind of intertwined with the flowers. Now I don't think you see me. Yeah, right now I'm just fixing a little bubble of air. All I have to do is just lift up at a little edge and kind of just push it with the little card that comes in with the decals. So once I have, like, the word in place, you're gonna see that I'm gonna start lifting some of the flowers and the leaves that I have in place. Like I said, I just want to make sure that the letters are kind of intertwined with the flowers. Now I've already created my bottom cluster just using the more medium decal, and then I'm just gonna use some of the pieces to create just a small peak at the top corner of the layout. First of all, I added that little leaf thinking of I was gonna just add leaves, but then the more I looked at it, I thought that I needed to bring something a little bit heavy just to balance it a little bit more. So you're gonna see that after I stash the little D, I'm just gonna take off that leaf that I put on the top left corner and then just add one of the flowers instead in that corner. And then one of the things that are it's easy to do with this is, and I think I did it for the bottom part, is I folded the edges in just because I had a very little piece left, but here I have a larger part, so all I'm going to do is literally just cut it out and then just save the second part. You're going to see that I'm going to use it on the next project. And I'm just going to add the bee. You're going to see I'm going to bring a few more pieces, a few more leaves, because I need to bring some greenery, and that's gonna be it. Super simple. Now again, like I mentioned, whenever I cut a leaf or a piece of a flower, especially if it was like a larger size, I'm just gonna save it and I'm gonna use it in another project. Once I have that ready, I'm just gonna go ahead and rebuild my little frame. And like I said, it's a double-sided glass, and then I'm just took no time to put this together, and I'm just gonna just secure it the same way that it came built, and that's about it. It's super simple. I love the way it turned out. Like I said, this is actually the wall of my room. It has like a minty tone to it, so I knew the flowers were gonna stand really nice. And like I said, it was so easy to put together. It took no time. And if you're afraid to put things on the walls, then creating a frame is a way to go, and that's the way I went. And now they're gonna see what I did with some of the leftover pieces, and I wanted something to accompany this on my table. So I had this frame, and this frame a couple weeks ago I broke the glass and I was gonna throw it, and for some reason I kept it just because I like the silver look on the outside. So I'm actually gonna create a little I'm gonna say a little flower frame for my nightstand. It's not my nightstand, sorry, it's my dresser. So all I did is cut a cardstock that is, this is a 5x7, and all I'm gonna do is using the Amor Decal. This is the small set. I'm just gonna cut a few flowers. You're gonna see right now I'm just gonna set in where everything is gonna go. And like I said, the fact that I chose these colors was because in my dresser I have pictures of my kids, and my daughters were in this fuchsia and purple dress, and I thought this was just gonna match all the colors. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of the same thing that I did on the glass. I'm just doing it on cardstock, and you're gonna see how easy it is to pick up to peel the pieces, or like reposition them in this case. It makes it so easy to play around with the figures or the shapes. The only thing is just be careful when you lift up the edges. Try to be gentle. They are sturdy, but it's just you don't want to rip them. And if you pull like any vinyl, if you pull hard on it, you might warp a little bit the shape of it. So just be careful, be mindful of that when you're applying it. And again, I'm just gonna create a cluster. I love the fact that there's little clusters, and I think it's just gonna balance the frame nicely. So I'm playing with some of the shapes. I'm gonna bring that piece of the flower that I cut out from the previous project, and I'm just gonna put it at the base of this little cardstock, just sort of create like I'm gonna say a basis for it. I don't want the purple flower to just be floating in the air. So by adding that little piece of a flower, it just make it seem like it's part of a bigger cluster, and I just took like a snapshot of the smaller piece of the cluster. And then you're gonna see that I'm gonna bring a few leaves, just kind of stash a little bit behind the purple flower and some behind the fuchsia flower. And like I said, the fact that this vinyl is repositionable and it's easy to peel, even if I press with the card on top of the cardstock to make sure that there's no bubbles, it was super easy to lift it. It did not leave any mark, and I love it because I know other vinyls that can take out the paper. This one didn't. It was so easy. Now that I have everything in place, I'm actually gonna go and pull out some of the script dies. I have the one that says love, and I'm gonna cut the word love twice out of metallic black paper, because I think that I want to bring a sentiment to this one. And you're gonna see this is the word script 2, I think it is, and I'm just gonna cut, like I said, the word twice. I'm gonna glue the pieces together, kind of layer the two love die cuts together, just to give them a little bit of dimension, but also just to give it a little bit, also make it a little bit sturdier. And then I'm just gonna glue it in between those little branches that are coming up from the flowers. And that's pretty much it. It was super simple to put this together. If you go to my blog, you're gonna see a few more projects that I used them. And like I said, it's not that I don't like things on my wall, but I just like the fact that I can move these things around, that I can reposition, and I can make them my own to my taste. And I love how this turned out, and I hope you try it. Don't forget to check this release. It's amazing, and especially if you want to decorate your walls and you like Altenew flowers, then this is the way to go. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and don't forget to join in the hope to have a chance to win a few gift certificates. Take care, guys.